Welcome to Japan's Kansai region, Osaka, a perfect blend of old world and cutting-edge innovation. Discovering the city's rich history combined with a journey through neon, bustling streets, modern metropolis, and a foodie's dream come true, taking you to a new delight around every corner. We are bringing this vibrant city to you and proving why it is like no other. This is Osaka, Japan.
Previously, we explored the streets of Tokyo for the first time, where we got to see the past, present, and future. We then took Japan's high-speed train, the Shinkansen, for 2.5 hours from Tokyo to Osaka.
And we are starting our day off today at Osaka Castle, and we are so happy to be here because this is one of the prime locations and the most prominent landmarks here in Osaka. And if you watched our first video, you would know that my visa actually got cancelled. This trip was almost not going to happen, but I had to fly all the way to South Africa to obtain my visa, fly all the way back, and we actually got engaged back in South Africa. And as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. Apparently it's about 12 meters tall.
And it's 5 stories high, but apparently it's 8 stories on the inside. And this castle is in a 2 square kilometer park, which has citadels, turrets, moats, and all of these giant big brick walls. It's nestled right in the center of Osaka.
Absolutely love the combination of the green and gold, plus it meshes so well with the white. You can actually see this castle from all the way down there. We actually had to do a little bit of a hike. There is a massive line to get inside, so I don't think we're going to do that, but we honestly just came for the moat, the greenery, and to look at the outside.
And the way it's resting on these giant rocks.
Those are very nice boulders.
Very nice boulders.
That is a nice boulder.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your so many support. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you can see the castle in the background, but they have this moat, and they actually have little boats that you can take a ride around the castle in the moat. But then if I switch around, just beyond these trees is the city.
And it's actually just rained, so all the trees are looking super luminous and very, very bright green.
I feel like Osaka has a special charm that Tokyo didn't have. Now we're going to go straight into the city center and see what else we can find.
We are going to another typical Osaka symbol, which I'm very excited to show you. But first, we gotta hop on the local train.
What you can clearly see is how quiet the platform is compared to when we were in Tokyo. Here comes our train now.
If you're curious about the price, it costs 190 yen for 6 stops, which is pretty amazing.
But one thing that's evident everywhere in the whole of Japan, vending machines. Even at Osaka Castle and here on the platform, you can get all kinds of different drinks, but we're gonna get on this train right now. Oh, quickly. The one thing that takes a lot of getting used to is how quiet the trains are here in Japan. Nobody says anything besides me talking right now. Completely silent. This train that we happen to get onto has seats
Double
facing each
seats.
other. Double
Yeah,
seats.
that's really cool.
There's even a, what would you call it, mini table, kind of
Mini
like a
table.
little rest for your phone or a bottle or something. So we are currently the only people on this train. We are waiting for it to go to its next stop, but it is completely quiet, very different to how it was in Tokyo. You can see we're the only ones. Here's the end of the cart. But a few interesting things that they've done here, now that I can speak and not interrupt anybody. This is antivirus and bacteria windows, which is very interesting. They actually have a QR code that you can scan, which shows you the train status. There's so many little things that you see on the trains throughout Japan.
Can I show you another interesting fact? Is these chairs are facing each other, but if you pull this handle and you're tired of these people, you can sit like this. And then if I'm tired of these people, I can sit like this. Very cool. And they do that on this side as well. They've got single seats over here, so I can face this way if I want to. Very cool.
They have thought of so many tiny little things here in Japan that really just make sense. So if there's other things that you've seen when you come to Japan, please let us know in the comments because they're genius. This is a really weird feeling. We're the only people on this train that hopefully should be moving in the next few minutes.
We know that things could be a little bit more pricey here in Japan compared to other Asian countries. For example, arriving in Tokyo and trying to figure out what SIM card to get. It can be a little overwhelming. And that's why we want to thank Jetpack Global for sponsoring this video. When you arrive in a new country, it is always chaotic to line up in those long lines and try and get a SIM card. But the best solution is to get a Jetpack Global eSIM. And if you don't know what an eSIM is, you just have to download the Jetpack Global app, and it's basically a SIM card that you download through that app. So there's no long lines waiting for SIM cards, no tons and tons of physical SIM cards in your wallet for no reason. It's all easy in one simple click, and you can instantly connect the moment you land. Plus, when you have one, you don't need to switch eSIMs when you travel to another country. Jetpack covers over 100 countries worldwide and has the lowest rates for countries like Japan, starting at $16 for 10 gigabytes. Some perks include the $1 for 1 gigabyte promotion that requires low commitment. eSIMs are so ideal, especially for full-time travelers like us, or if you've got multiple countries in one trip. If you get the trial, you can get access to free airport lounges in the event of a flight delay. That's just a bit of an extra travel hack. So when you're ready to give it a try, use our code SHEVENDEV and click the link below for more information. So right now we've come to the Namba Osaka Shrine, which resembles a very fierce and angry looking lion head. And this is the first time I've ever seen an open mouth, angry looking shrine before, with massive sharp teeth, very angry looking, but apparently it was built in 1975, and it is believed to have the open mouth because it resembles swallowing up evil spirits, chasing away the demons and bringing good fortune. So a lot of people come here during exams or at the end of a financial year to bring them good fortune. And the large lion is called Shishiden. So cute!
I think this is one of the most unique architecture of any shrine I've ever seen, and the green I really like. It's kind of this rich green color, and obviously we have all the green trees around us. But what's interesting for me is you can see the beautiful shrine and how many people are taking a photo of it. But let me show you where it's placed. It's literally in the middle of the city. So if I come just a few steps, I am now on the main street.
We took a short stroll around because it's honestly just the shrine, and then you can write little dedications and hang them up, which is really cool. But from the outside, it actually looks like people are walking directly into the lion's mouth, which is kind of hilarious. It's like they're walking in straight to be eaten. There's a cat cafe, and they're right there. They're in these little clear bowls. I have to go and see. That is Japan Core, a cat cafe. I have to go and see him. Hey, little guy. Hello, little kitty. He looks adorable. He's just resting in his little bowl.
He looks like he's in a gacha bowl.
He looks like he's in a gacha bowl.
We found this set of vending machines and we thought since we're here we should get something. We got a lemon drink in Tokyo, but this time we need to get something different, and this has caught my eye, an iced cocoa. That is 160 yen. So we put our coins in, 100, and then these are 10s. Okay, they've all lit up. This one. It feels like you won a prize when you get something from the vending machine. So this is an iced cocoa, and it's really cold. Sometimes when you get something from a vending machine in other countries, it's not actually cold, but in Japan, it's absolutely freezing and fresh. Taste test, absolutely delicious.
The bottle is so cute. Oh,
Iced milk chocolate.
iced chocolate milk.
Chucky milk.
Chucky milk?
Now this looks like an average street. We got some vending machines on this side. We then have the vending machine that we just went to, but Over here we have public bathrooms, which I think way more cities should have. And they're very, very clean, and you can find them throughout the city, not only here in Osaka, but everywhere in Japan. And then on this side is lockers. These are public lockers. Anybody can come, use a locker for 200 yen for 24 hours in the locker. But then if I go to the opposite side, there is a coin laundry shop. Anybody can go in, there are laundry machines, and you can do your laundry. All of these things are just on this little intersection. Japan has thought of so many different things that people would need just in daily life. They're living so far in the future.
We have now made it to Shinsekai Market, which is one of the most hustling and bustling street markets here in Osaka. It's known for its really cheap eateries, good food, hearty meals, and that's exactly what we're going to go and explore now. We can see the beautiful Osaka Tower. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but we'll put the name on the screen below. There's actually a little skywalk on top as well. This looks insane. So Shinsekai actually means new world, which actually introduced a new district for travelers to come and visit. I guess we saw a bit of the old, a bit of the cultural, and now a bit of the new world.
So this Shinsekai area mostly comprises of this long street where there are many different restaurants and obviously many traditional Japanese snacks. Everywhere again we've seen vending machines today, just like we did in Tokyo, and these have obviously water and Coke and different things, but these are way cheaper. The drinks in Tokyo were a lot more expensive at the vending machine. And then on this side of the vending machine is a coffee vending machine. So you can get all kinds of things, a strong coffee, American coffee, mocha, latte, and you can have it iced or hot. And you can have a different size, large, regular. You can even choose how much sugar you want, how much cream you want. I love all these little things that Japan has.
You can get honestly anything from a vending machine, even underwear. So behind me, they're actually having a little archery competition. This little guy with his family, they're actually so good. He's been hitting bullseye after bullseye and winning little toys. So if you get a bullseye, you can win a prize.
So we found these gacha ball machines, but all the little capsules are black, and I've seen this symbol here, it says over 18. So these are explicit over 18 gacha balls.
I can't even imagine what might be in there.
I have no idea what would be in it, but you can see they're all completely blacked out, so you're not even able to see inside. Who knows?
Ugh. Ugh. As it's starting to rain ever so slightly, we've come to a very exciting street filled with lots of neon signs and all of the billboards and stuff. What is that? It's not a billboard, it's an actual live representation of sushi. So we've got a huge fishing boat with fish on the side. This is the food street.
All the billboards and signs are either neon lights and shining, or they're 3D, and they've been completely made that they're coming out the wall. And this is what most people envision Japan to be like. Lots of neon lights and just food everywhere.
And you know what? The rain is not going to get us down. Those guys look like angry dragons. There's a giant turtle.
So here's the street, but there's this 3D model of sushi going round this tray table with the fish in the middle. The whole wall is just full of graffiti.
You know what I love is that the food replicas are so good. It actually looks like real food. I'm actually starving, but I'm looking at the replica of the sushi. It looks so lifelike.
We got some sushi, we got the rice underneath,
It's a
some
sushi
salmon.
roll.
Here's the giant boat, so of course we got some seafood. There happens to be a random McDonald's on the street, and you can see how everything is lit up, the neon lights, and I love the small lights all the way around the sign. We've come to the center part of the street where there are all of these 3D models sticking out of the buildings, neon lights everywhere. It is just the
insane.
coolest street I've ever been to.
Look at this guy behind us. He's holding some tempura.
Look at all of the faces on there. Some look angry and really amazing. And then we've got this baby holding some fried tempura and maybe even some fried chicken. Here's like a samurai. Here's like a tiger. Because it has that 3D look, everything looks like it's coming out on top of you. They are so creative and clever.
You can even catch your own fish and eat it. That's insane.
We've just come across this restaurant which has a giant octopus on the outside. So lifelike and creative, almost a little bit scary. And then at the bottom here is an entire seafood platter. And we got eggs, we look like we've got some calamari, some shrimp. But we're now going to make our way through, because it's raining, to our final stop of the day.
As the evening draws to a close, we have made it to our final destination of Dotonbori, which is where the famous Glico Man sign is. So we're going to be on the hunt for him. He's very, very special, so we need to see if we can find him. But right now we're walking through one of the shopping aisles. There are so many things that you could eat, that you could buy. People are lining up for some ramen. So let's see what we can find here in Dotonbori. Here's another part that I absolutely love about Japan is the different variations of Kit Kat. We have got gold Kit Kat, we've got matcha, chocolate orange, tea, milk tea Kit Kat, and it's like white chocolate as well. This is unbelievable. We're gonna have to get at least 10 of these before we leave.
Look at all the kinds of meals you can get here. And then look at what he's cooking up right now. He's an absolute magician. And if you don't know what this is, it's octopus. It's actually called takoyaki. It might say, hello.
Hi.
Is takoyaki?
Takoyaki.
Takoyaki. It's delicious?
Yeah, delicious.
Here it says takoyaki. So you buy 6 for 600 yen, and then you can have different flavors as well. Apparently Osaka is very well known for its takoyaki, okonomiyaki. We're gonna have to try one of those today.
It has finally stopped raining because we can now explore the vibrant streets here in Dotonbori, and this is the place where everybody is. Everybody is getting their street food, they're shopping, they're getting souvenirs. Look at how vibrant it is. Like, there's all the neon signs.
So the section we were in earlier, we thought was amazing, but this is on a whole other level. This street is massive.
I think we gotta find some cool snacks to eat because everything looks so appealing.
So this is the Glico Man, but not the one we're looking for. This is a replica. We are looking for one that's absolutely massive, and I'm not sure if it's down this street or down this way. I wanted to point out this vending machine is only ice cream. So you can buy all of these 17 ice, that's the brand, and they have obviously chocolate, vanilla, this looks like an Oreo, a strawberry, a nut one, from a vending machine. One of the coolest streets I've ever been on, and it's all about the replicas, the miniature and giant versions of what you're eating. So these are the mini ones. We've got the full fish, then we've got all different types of sushi over here. Unbelievable, so lifelike.
These are not real, these are fake.
Look at all the dishes, so you can see exactly what you're gonna order, what you're gonna eat. But also what's crazy is the price. Look at this, 6,500 yen for this meal. But there's more, look at this. We have some giant gyoza over here. There's a giant octopus in the back there. So you're just looking up. Most people when they're walking around are just looking up. You don't know where to look. It's like a giant outdoor arcade with all the characters coming to life.
Look at this fish on a hook.
Yeah, not real.
That's crazy. Hey, little guy.
Here's the street.
Here's
There's
us.
us. There's the girl waving. There's proof. There we are. Hey. This place is absolutely buzzing. Billboards, signs, screens all around. There's the indoor section and the outdoor section. But I think we've come to where we wanted to be.
Yes.
There is a beautiful river that runs through the city, and I think we're about to walk onto the bridge.
There he is! There is the Glico Man! So we finally made it to one of the most iconic spots in Osaka. It is so loud, there's so many people here, but this is so cool.
As we said, this is the most famous landmark in Osaka, and you can completely see how many people have come to see it. Hundreds and thousands of people in every single direction.
You're probably wondering, who is this guy? What's his claim to fame? Well, Glico is actually one of the biggest confectionery brands here in Japan. They actually make a few products like ice cream. There's even a little brand called Pocky. You may have heard of it if you've traveled through Southeast Asia. But basically, he is an athlete. There is a red circle behind him which symbolizes the red circle on the Japanese flag. And and he is on a blue running track. So he symbolizes many sport events, and everybody flocks here to take a picture with the famous Glico man. So you have to have one leg up, two arms up, and I'm doing it. This is the moment. I have made it. And you can see everybody pulling this pose.
So we're on a bridge right now.
We're actually on the bridge, like kind of the promenade right now. And I'm really surprised that he's not lit up, but maybe he's going to light up a little bit later.
And there are just billboards everywhere around you, girl.
Everywhere, 3D screens.
Behind me you can see the waterway, and there's in fact some boats that are coming through, and you can take a cruise through the river here in Dotonbori in Osaka. But on either side it's pretty much all restaurants. And I want to point out, this building behind me is 8 stories of restaurants. Every single sign, it shows 2nd floor, 3rd floor, all the way up to 8th floor. So it's not only on the ground. You can see in the far distance there's a man. He looks like he's holding some hot dogs or something. So it just shows it's a food paradise. This giant gyoza sign has attracted us, so we're gonna try it right now. Let's see what they're having. This lady is making all kinds of things. There's the gyoza here.
We have to try these Dotonbori gyoza. Let's order some. There's so many options to choose from. Normal dumplings, cheese dumplings, onion mayo, mayo ginger dumplings, secret miso ones. Hello. Can we have one green onion mayo dumplings? One. Oh. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Wow, look at this. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Smothered in mayonnaise, green onion, and the gyozas have been pan fried and they're laying on the bottom. And then we have to drizzle some chili oil and soy sauce on. Look at this chili oil, holy moly. As usual, going overboard with the chili oil. But I wish you could smell this. It smells absolutely divine.
Is it hot underneath?
It is piping hot underneath. So I'm kind of concerned that it's going to burn my mouth, but I'm just going to eat it anyway.
Because those were fresh.
They were just off the griddle. I can't separate them. Oh well. It's going to be messy, but it's going to be good. Way too good. 10 out of 10 with that chili oil. I've never had gyoza with mayo before, but it hits different.
I'm so glad that we're finally eating something, just like everyone else behind you is going mad for these gyoza.
Annihilated, devoured, couldn't let a single piece go to waste. It was that good. Okay, next up we're standing in line to get some okonomiyaki, and as you can see, the line is super, super long, but they're making it right in front of us. They've got like 2 little sticks. It's actually a little bit of a craft and a skill, but they're turning them over. It's basically like a batter that they put little chunks of octopus inside, but it looks extravagant and I cannot wait to taste this. As we're standing in line, we can't help but notice how pretty these manhole covers are. I mean, they're so beautifully designed. You think it's just a manhole cover, but so pretty. And that's Osaka Castle with some sakura flowers. Hello, thank you. This is how we're about to order. Okay, so I'm going to put my money in first. We're going to go for sauce and mayo. Okay, got our ticket. And he's making it right in front of us here.
So you can see how they put almost like a Rice Krispies on top, and they turn the balls, and that's how it turns into the little teriyaki. They're absolute magicians at how quickly they do that.
They are making them like hundreds by the second. And it is such a craft. They're like twirling these 2 little sticks. They're adding in the ingredients like crazy. And now we're just going to wait for hours, and then we're going to give you a little taste. Wow, arigatou gozaimasu. It was actually quite amazing to see them make little octopus balls, which are called takoyaki. I think taco is octopus and yaki is ball or fried or something like that, I'm not sure. Then once they're done, they flick them into this little boat. They pour some mayo, some teriyaki sauce, and I think these are like flakes, some sort of flakes. I have absolutely no idea what they are.
There's like mini sticks.
I know, like mini chopsticks.
I don't think they're meant to be chopsticks.
No, they're supposed to be like, you gotta like puncture them.
You stab them.
You stab them and whoa, they're actually so soft and breaking apart. I actually found an octopus chunk. Wow! It is actually quite heavy, but it feels like really soft. It doesn't feel like a donut ball. It almost feels like a slimy bowl. First bite, here we go. Interesting.
Nice. Not sure. Is it fishy?
It doesn't have a fishy taste. The ball is gooey, and I also think because they turned over so quickly that there's still a little bit of batter inside, but then it's a bit chewy from the octopus, so it's a bit of like an all-rounder, but it wasn't what I was expecting to taste. Not too bad. I give it like a 6 out of 10.
While Chef is eating all of this, look at the crowds and crowds of people that are here. And you can see there's an octopus up there, there's a takoyaki bowl, full octopus holding 1, 2, 3, 4 takoyaki bowls. So this is the most popular thing you can have here in Osaka.
We were standing in this line. I think the gyoza was a little bit better, but I think it's just my taste preference.
I really like it.
Wow.
Kind of tastes like a pizza. It's a really unique taste, and I don't know if this is for everyone. I like it. Chef is not so sure. Let me show you the octopus.
There he is.
8 out of 10.
Wow. That ends off our Osaka episode, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more fun and leave us a comment. And don't forget to get your Jetpack Global eSIM, and we'll see you in the next one.